Page 36, just a second. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to a thing in music theory we call intervals. You can make this as complicated as you want, but I like to keep things as simple as I can. An interval is simply the distance between any two notes. Could be any two notes. Doesn't matter what they are, white or black, whatever. Doesn't matter where they are in the music, just any two notes. The distance between them is the interval. You figure them out. I'm going to go here on these white keys. From C to C, I'm going to use these white keys. I could use any keys, but I'm going to use these. You figure an interval out by counting up. Start with the note you're on, the note involved. That's 1. We don't start with 0 here. We start with 1. And you simply count up. And the number you end up with is the interval. So let's say I have this. And I want to know the interval between those two notes. I simply count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is an interval of a sixth. I already talked about octaves. OCT, it means 8, an interval of an eighth. Letter to letter, we'll check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octave. Here, they're just talking about smaller interval. Doesn't matter what the interval is. Now, if it's only one note involved, that's called unison, because there's only one note. But if I go up here, that's an interval of a second, because it's 1, 2. Sounds wonderful. I need more coffee for that one. It's an interval of a second. Interval of third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. You get the idea? That's intervals. That's it. Now there's a little more to it, but this is enough. I talked before about steps and skips. A step is when you go up or down one. That's a step. That's an interval of a second. I go up or down a second. I'm only using the white keys right now. We'll get to the black keys later. Anything above the interval of a second, an interval of a third or more, that is a skip on the lines in the staff. Let's look at just a second here. Top staff, you have 5 lines. Well, here, look at the bottom staff because it's empty. It's easier to see. The 5 lines. Each line is a third. Now, you haven't had all these notes yet. Let's say we've had the F. The next to the top line is an F in the bass clef. Well, the top line would be here. The line below F is here, and below that is here, and below that is here. So these are the names of all the notes on the lines. They're all thirds, intervals of a third. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Thirds. Spaces are the other notes. They're intervals. Just use these. That's just, you'll learn to recognize these patterns, and it makes reading music a little easier when you can catch these. When we get more notes involved. So I'm going to go through my little process, or the process I use. It's not my process, but it's one I use to learn a new piece of music. Let's see what we got. I look it over, I see it's 2 lines long. Now here, there's no repeat sign. You only have the thin and thick bar line at the end. Remember I said that's the end of a piece symbol. That means the piece ends there, eventually. 2 lines long, treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature. I see a bunch of quarter notes. That's all I see are quarter notes. Well, that makes the rhythm easy because each note gets a count. Then I want to check and make sure I got all the notes okay. In the right hand, you're starting thumb here. In the left hand, second line, you're here. We're in C position still. Now I go through and I play it. At whatever speed you don't have to play it, just you play it. Then go back through and make sure there's no hesitations anywhere. And again, you need to play this without looking at the keyboard. To keep your eyes on the music. We want to feel these keys. Once you have that, then I think about the dynamic. The dynamic is a fancy word that means loud and soft, or whatever. Here we have the MF. Remember, MF stands for mezzo forte, or moderately loud, or medium loud, or sort of loud. Not loud, just sort of loud. That gives you an idea about where to play it. Now, I haven't pointed it out before because I felt we had enough, but I got to start pointing it out because they're doing it. And that is at the beginning of the piece, above the top staff, you see the word moderately fast. That is the tempo or the speed. Tempo is another Italian word. In music, it means speed. How fast does it go? It goes moderately fast. How fast is that? I have no idea because I haven't. Coffee, it depends on lots of stuff. You'll have to decide how fast is moderately fast. And it's like the dynamic. You have to decide this. I can't say do it this way. Music doesn't like that. Some teachers teach that. You decide how fast. Now, slow would be here. That's slow. If you have moderato, it's just a nice, comfortable speed. Okay. Fast is... So moderately fast is a little slower than that. Somewhere in there. I don't know. If you look at metronomes, that some of them have these things printed, the tempos, the Italian words for tempos printed in there, and it's a range. And it overlaps. There's no set value. You just decide on what you think moderately fast is. For me, it depends on the time of the day it is and how much coffee or wine I've had to drink as to how moderately fast it's going to go. When I first learn it, I go slow. But then eventually, I add in the speed as part of learning it. You see the little curved lines there? Every once in a while, when you're changing notes, you have a curved line. Tells you those are slurs. Connect the note. That's all. You can't connect repeated notes on a piano. Technically, there might be a way on some pianos, but that's difficult and unreliable, so forget it. Just say we can't connect the notes on a piano. Repeated notes. But we can connect other notes. We can connect those. And they're telling you just make sure you connect those. And if you look at the last measure, the second line, you got to slur over the whole measure. Connect all of those. So you go through and learn it at whatever speed. You keep it slow when you're learning it and you gradually speed it up. Keep your eyes on the music. No hesitations. And when you feel you're ready, come back to the video and let's play it together slowly and check to make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. Now when I do the play with me's, I always go slow. I don't take the speed they want. And I don't do any dynamics. I just play it. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go.